So we are back with round 2. This one's like, you can't even see this one, but there it is. We're back with round 2 of the protein bar taste test. Again, I got some on the way, but these are some that I found in the local 7-Eleven. A lot of people were requesting. So main ones, we got some Gatorade protein bars. We got one of these built protein bars. A lot of people are really high on these. I found a few more, but I'm only gonna have 4 for video. Like, I can't, that'd be crazy for me to do more than that. And then Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch was a really popular choice. So I'm gonna start with the Fit Crunch because I spent a lot of time as a teenager watching Robert Irvine make impossible dinners for a bunch of people, be screaming at everybody, running around trying to cook on like shopping carts and stuff. It was crazy. I don't know if you find these shows anywhere, but it used to be called Dinner Impossible. And Robert Irvine was the star of that show. So now apparently, because he was always swole as hell in them shows, he got some protein bars called Fit Crunch. Now the first thing I notice about this is the macros are absolute dog water. 400 calories for one of these bars is insane. It has 30 grams of protein, which is good, but there's also 20 grams of fat and then 30 grams of carbs. Kind of like a 40-30-30 ratio, but for people looking for like a bar if you're cutting, this is not what you want to get. This is more of either a meal replacement, but really it's like a bar that I would have when I was bulking, because there are a lot of calories in this and unnecessary ass calories. But either way, this flavor is milk and cookies. A lot of people rave about these. Look, I'm going to put it this way. If you have a 400 calorie protein bar, it better not rip apart in my damn hands. It better taste like the heavens. And I'm not sure what this tastes like, but for 400 calories, like, it's got to taste good as hell. The texture, it's just, okay. I can give you exactly where it comes from. I wasn't expecting that. But this is like if you took a Quest bar and then tried to make it unhealthy. So this middle layer is the same texture and taste of a Quest bar. And then they added like a chocolate layer and then a seriously loaded candy layer, which is basically cookies and cream. But it almost feels like it cheated. Like, I'm sorry, hold on. Let me get a little sip of seltzer water. It's a protein bar. I'm not trying to have no damn milk. So that's what the interior gives off. And it's almost like you might as well just have a Quest bar if you want some protein. Yes, this tastes better than a Quest bar, but it adds so many unnecessary calories when I bet most of the protein is coming from that middle layer. You might as well just eat that or have a protein shake. Taste, I would give like a 6 out of 10. Texture, though, I would give like a 3 out of 10. And as far as like macros, these get like a 2 out of 10. Asterisk unless you're bulking. But most people that are bulking are not going to waste their damn time with protein bars. At least I hope not. There's easier ways to bulk than protein bars. Like, no. Next up, we have a heavily requested one as well, and this is the Gatorade protein bar. Same thing. Like, y'all keep picking protein bars that for me, like, this is close to a candy bar with added protein. 340 calories, 10 grams of fat, 41 grams of carbs, and then 20 grams of protein. 20 grams to me in a bar or a shake is like the gold standard. You want somewhere around there. Like, if you can find one with 30, even better, but you want something around 20. For this one, the carbs are really high, and the other thing on this one is insane. There is 26 grams of added sugar in this. Like, that's a Snickers bar at that point. So this better taste good because it just seems like straight up marketing. Like, this looks like a straight up candy bar at this point. I mean, this is good though. This is very good. This tastes like I'm eating, like, now. It's good. No, sorry. This one's chocolate caramel. There's like the rice pieces in there, reminiscent of what you would get like in a Crunch bar. And then a little layer of caramel. There's not that much caramel, which is good. But I'm sure that's where a lot of the sugar is coming from. But texturally, this is also good. I just wouldn't call this a protein bar. This is like a protein candy bar more than anything. That's why I'm kind of trying to divide these up. If you're a person who doesn't care about the calories and you just have to get protein, there are some people like that. This is a great bar to have. Want something that tastes good with an extra bit of protein? Great bar to have. If you're calorie conscious or you're carb conscious or you're sugar conscious, this is absolute ass. There are just way better options in this, but it does taste good. So protein bar scale, like you've been doing on all of these. Taste, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Texture, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Great texture, but macros, calories, slightly better than the Irvine bar, and I would give this a 4 out of 10. 340 calories though is like, you at that point you could have Reese's peanut butter cups and a protein shake and be somewhere in the same category, or you can just have the bar and just tell me to shut up. Next up is one of the most highest rested. Next up is one of the most high requested bars here, and this is this built with puffy. Take that, take that. 140 calories is really good. Where are the nutritional? Oh, it got flipped over. I can also tell by holding this. I had this in room temperature, and it's kind of melted. I can feel it. But 140 calories, 3 grams of fat, phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. 17 grams of protein, pretty good. And then 13 grams of carbs. Like, this is insane macros. I saw the David ones you guys requested too, which I'm looking, or I think I did order those already. Also have 140 calories. Really, really good. But what matters is it tastes good. This one is coconut, which it was the only one they had at the store. So yeah, this one's kind of melted, but it's just got, it just seems like a really soft protein bar. I don't like the texture on this. Just, oh man, y'all like these? I'm sorry, I can't even get this out. All right, here we go. So this is your Built by Puffy. Take that, take that. This is, I don't know, like flaccid protein bars is, I just wave that around. It's like that. But again, flaccid protein bars is crazy for me. I don't think I'm gonna like this just by the texture. I see what they were going for with the puff, like a marshmallow, and it kind of does have that, but more rubbery. I don't think it tastes bad, but it kind of tastes bad. But texturally, I personally, like, if you like these, enjoy. I feel like I'm eating, like, jellied coconut oil with a slight hint of, like, dark chocolate. I'd rather have the extra calories. I don't think I want to bite this again, y'all. We always do 2 bites. I don't like that texture, man. This don't feel like a protein bar. It's flopping around in my paws, popping around my hands. And the taste is just, taste is decent. Again, it just feels like jellied coconut oil a little bit. Definitely a coconut vibe in this. Like, I'm eating a big ass thing of lotion from under the sink that I used to have growing up. Not everybody had. Just smell like wave grease too, honestly, bro. Macros though, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10. Insane macros. Texture, I'm going to personally give this a 1 out of 10. I really don't like the texture on these. And taste, it depends on what bite I get, but I don't think I could stomach this for too long, so I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. This is a really popular request. I have a box of a sampler coming with these, and I'm scared of it now. But this is why we try all these, bro. Like, if you like this, can you please let me know why you do? Because this is weird. I'm just not a fan of this. This is crazy. And then finally, we're back with one more of these Gatorade bars. I found these in a 7-Eleven, like 2 for $5, which price-wise is also pretty good. This one has 360 calories. They're slightly more fat, but 20 grams of protein, 41 grams, which is the Gatorade gold standard. And then total fat, you have 13 grams. So this is definitely more around like a recovery type of bar, in my opinion, where I'm not going to get too into the logistics of it, but a lot of people are looking for simple sugars when they have protein bars post-workout. They used to give us chocolate milk with our protein after workouts for the added sugar. So I can understand with Gatorade, because it's more centered around recovery, that's what they're looking for, which is why I'm trying to give like multiple perspectives on this. I didn't talk about athletes before in the first time, so I hope people got this far. I do apologize for that, but definitely something more centered around like athletic recovery. I wouldn't, for the average person that's not doing anything strenuous, like if you're just a gym bro, this is really not it. If you're dieting, this is also really not it. But I wanted to throw that in there because I wasn't thorough enough in that first one, and I try to give that little bit of detail. I'm sure somebody probably wrote it if they didn't get this far, but I didn't put it in the beginning, so I take that back. But this is the chocolate chip version. I'm gonna tell you what, though. I'll be honest with you. If this existed when I was playing college football in the Stone Age, this would have been a mainstay. I wouldn't be able to afford it, actually. We had no NI only. I would have asked somebody to get it for me. I would have loved these because I used to love the post-workout chocolate milk and things of that nature. I still do a like post-workout glycogen source from time to time, especially off-season, and this works well for that. This one tastes kind of like a chocolate chip cookie. Not the texture of it, but it tastes like it. But it still has that same puffed rice thing throughout this. I really like the taste of these. Like, I would just eat these. Not good if I'm trying to just keep my calories on point, but like a sweet tooth, this is pretty good. It's better than having a candy bar because there's some added stuff in here, some added protein. Just don't overdo it and watch it. Like, this is not a license to eat as many of them as you possibly can, but you got to think a candy bar is about the same calories, slightly better macros than that, or instead of ice cream. But I like these. This one, I think I like a little more. So I'm going to give the same grades, but change the taste to an 8.5 out of 10. Just remember, for people who are looking for certain specific types of protein bars, this I would only recommend people have if they're bulking, where your calories are increased a little bit, or if you're an athlete, like post like a basketball game or like a really intense like athletic style weightlifting session where you're really sweating, and pretty good. I will say that. But I'm doing this more for the average person. So keep that in mind. But this one and the Gatorade one are the best ones that I've had. This is way better than the Irvine joint. I'll be honest with you. That Turdy Quest bar, I got more of those coming too. I don't know. Drop your protein bars. Like I said, I got David coming. I am David. You know what I mean. And a couple of other ones coming, but I want to be thorough. A lot of suggestions. You guys came up with a lot of these, so I'll work for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until the next one, there's no outro on this channel. I like this one, though. This is... I'm not careful with these.